Hello everyone, Treecks here, and welcome back to Banjo-Kazooie. Last time we got started we were still in the desert world, it was raging hot. And now our position seems to have changed a little bit. The exact opposite is now where we are. The snow world of this game, and ice world, Freezeezy Peak. World 5/6 of Banjo-Kazooie, and I'm doing it 6th. Oh, oops. Trust me, that was not what I was going for. But at least we're down here. And that was what I was going for, not just the way I wanted to. There's nothing of interest up here, so let's go through this hole. And land on a present, apparently. Brr, it's cold. Nice warm backpack for me too. Okay, you're going to stay in there for a while, because the kids, where we actually need to bring these things to, the igloo is at the start of the stage, and therefore I'm doing it last. Okay, don't forget to actually check out the smoke pipe of this snowman. There's a Jiggy in it. And then it's actually time to start focusing on this over here. We'll be back on the snowman's scarf later. But for now I'd like to focus on this little sled over here. It is actually at the top of a little bit of a hill. At the final part of the scarf. And jumping on top of it. Whee! Mumbo token, thank you! And Boggy! Ooh! That's better! Hey, you found my sled! I'll go practice for the big race now. See you, buddy! Aren't you forgetting about your kids up there? Well, I'm at least not going to forget about this Jiggy. Number 4. Where did you go? Sir, you need to get back to your kids. You're not supposed to abandon them. What the hell are you doing over here? Hello again, buddy. I'm waiting for someone to race me. We'll race you, numput. Sorry, you're too big for my sled. I can only race someone smaller. Okay, that's just nonsense. We were able to fit on the sled just fine a moment ago when we actually freed you from the Jiggy. Complete nonsense. But anyway, as you can see, we're not allowed to race him. Only someone smaller can race him. Remember that. In the meantime, let's go grab all the things that are lying loose around the snowman. And of course, all of the spoils from the evil snowman that we actually destroyed while flying. Okay, that's everything. And now for the Jiggy. This one actually appeared after hitting the 3 buttons at the belly of the snowman. Okay, next up is this witch switch over here. There we go. Ooh, it opens a panel in that wall. And it's also really high up, so I'm not sure how we're actually supposed to reach that. And that is a problem for later. Let's go focus on getting the rest of the stuff here first. Okay, this snowman actually left behind a Mumbo token. Getting plenty of these. 36 already, so you might think a new Mumbo transformation might come near. Hint, hint. Okay, what do we have here? Yikes! A nasty fierce bear! Oh, it's a walrus and he's afraid of us. Phew! Safer was it to come out now. No, it's not. I'm still here. And as you can see, he actually blocks this cave. And obviously there's stuff in there. But he's afraid of us, so it's a no-go. And more importantly, he's actually holding a Jiggy, if you look closely. But anyway, that is not going to happen. We need to find something else before we can actually interact with him. Okay, and with that there's actually only one more place we can actually explore in this stage. And that is the village area, so let's head there next. Let's speed it up a little bit. Okay, here's the final area of Freezeezy Peak. Let's go explore this area. Now there is a Jinjo behind one of these houses, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's this one. Hi, Mr. Green. It's only the second one. Not doing a very good job when it comes to that. Oh yeah, of course, let's not forget about the extra honeycomb piece. It can be obscured a little bit because of the normal honeycomb piece also lying around there. Because of killing an enemy. But there's in fact the extra honeycomb piece there. And there we can find Mumbo's skull. I told you we were getting another transformation. Finally, it's about time. We've done a whole one level without them already. Alrighty, let's go up here. Because here is a flight pad. And a Mumbo token apparently. It is for now the only way to get to the Mumbo skull without hurting yourself. Thank you. Alright, Mr. Shaman. What do you have for us today? Okay, whatever it is, it costs 15 Mumbo tokens this time around, as you can see. But of course, we're going to explore his top side first. There's some interesting stuff up here. Notes, Jinjo. And more notes. Nothing more, apparently. Okay. In that case, sir, it's time for business. What do you have for me today? Okay. Banjo gone all fat. Got big teeth. Her. And I'm going to use those big teeth to actually kill you. Okay, Walrus is apparently the next transformation. And as you may expect, it is actually able to get into icy water without getting hurt. That is pretty much the only use when it comes to gameplay. There's two other uses for him. Both of them you can kind of guess, I think. First, let's go grab all the stuff in the water. And Banjo and Kazooie could technically also grab, but not without getting hurt, so much easier to do it like this. Okay, there's also a Mumbo token in the water somewhere, but I'm pretty sure it's actually on the other side of the stage, so I'll get it on the way back. Please, camera, don't. Okay, let's restock on red feathers first. Flying around the giant snowman did drain me a lot. 36 again. Okay, let's go to the first use of Walrus Banjo-Kazooie. Last time when we tried to raise Boggy over here, the bad father, he actually told us we were too big to raise his sled. Hey, Mr. Walrus, fancy a race? Up on the sled if you do. But as you can see, now we are small enough. Now we can race. Great. Now all you need to do is steer your sled through the red slalom gates. And beat me to the end. Got it? 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, this is pretty easy. The only thing you actually need to do is move the left stick. Nothing more. There's no accelerate button or brake button. It just works with the left stick. Hold up to go forward. Left and right make you go left and right. That easy. That said, this race is definitely not per se easy, because it's actually undergoing some heavy rubber bending. Boggy, his speed will actually be dependent on how well you're doing. If you're far ahead of him, he will speed up. If you are far behind him, he will slow down. And therefore, no matter which way you actually approach this race, it's actually always pretty difficult. The only advice I can actually give is to make sure to never miss one of the slalom gates at the end of the course. Because usually, because of the rubber banding, it's pretty difficult to catch up with him quickly. And therefore, if you miss one of the final slalom gates, you usually don't get a chance to pass him again. Other than that, this one should be pretty easy. Phew, you're too quick for me, Mr. Walrus. Here's your medal. I reckon I need to race someone my own size. Well, you could have done that immediately. And then I didn't need to have to transform before actually being able to race you. But it does give a hint on the fact that there's actually more racing to do. He did not say that for nothing. But before we actually take a look at that, let's first talk with you. Because obviously now that we're a walrus, we can. Wow, another walrus! Take this! But watch out for a smelly brown bear and his ugly bird partner. Okay, I'll look out for a ugly bear and a smelly bird. However, him giving the Jiggy isn't the only thing. Now that he's out of the way, we can actually also enter his cave. Welcome to the Walrus Cave. I'm not too sure if walrus actually live in caves in real life, but still. Why, hello again, Mr. Walrus. Feel free to have a look around Waza's cave. Okay, this guy's called Waza, apparently. Hey, there's a Jinjo up there. I can't jump high enough. Dang it. Okay, the solution to that puzzle is actually pretty easy. However, not something I can do right now. But what we can do is go in here. There's actually a small tunnel in the water over here. And here we can actually find another secret. Ooh, it even has its own pedestal and everything. Very suiting for the final extra honeycomb piece that will complete our next set of health. We now have 8 pieces of health. That was another 6. And therefore, both of them in this stage. And that has been taken care of. Let's move out again. Other than the honeycomb piece, there's nothing more we can do. Okay, and with that we've actually depleted all of the uses of the walrus already. Getting some notes and the Mumbo token, which is actually right over here, so don't mind me. But getting those things in the water, the race with Boggy, and getting into the walrus cave, in Waza's cave, it's actually the only thing walrus can do. Take me to the kids, I'm the last one. Okay, and that was the 3rd present. Might also pick that up now that we're on our way back to Mumbo. Which is actually going to be the very first time that we're going to transform back into Mumbo's hut. And not because of venturing too far off-world. The walrus is actually the only transformation in this game you don't use outside of the world. Interesting. But therefore, we have no need leaving this level as the walrus. The rest of the stage we're going to do as Banjo-Kazooie, because we're obviously not done yet. I did not count 100 notes yet, and I did not count 10 Jiggies yet. Let's make our way back to Boggy again first. We are going to find out why we couldn't beat Freezeezy Peak the first time we went in here. Why we first needed to clear Gobi's Valley. And that is because of this Jiggy we're going to do right now. Hey buddy, fancy a race against Boggy? Press A to accept or B to chicken out. Let's accept. Okay buddy, here's the rules. Run through the red slalom gates and try to beat me to the end. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go! And look what we get for this race. Running shoes, and there's a reason why we need to use them. Boggy is a whole lot faster this time around. So if you just start running against him normally, just with Kazooie's normal chicken legs, we will be behind him so quickly that the race doesn't even get halfway before we're thrown out again. The running shoes are required here. Because of this race being so much faster, it's definitely also a lot harder to win. The rubber banding is still present, and it's still pretty annoying to defeat in all honesty. Especially at the end, when he usually always approaches you. It's actually quite difficult keeping him behind you. No, you don't. Ah, dang it. Come on. No, apparently not. Let's try that again. Luckily you get warped back to the beginning if you lose, so you don't have to run back there. So you can immediately try again. But yeah, the rubber banding is definitely what usually gets you here. A very handy trick that people actually usually use in this race in order to easily win it is actually abuse this rubber banding. He always approaches you quickly if you're ahead of him. However, the opposite is also true. If you're really far behind him, he will actually slow down. If you manage to get behind him at the exact right time, just before the finish, he will actually start slowing down, and therefore you can easier get past him at the finish. If you're too late, it obviously won't work. Kind of what happened to me the first time through, and don't miss the gates, well, obviously. Okay, in this case it actually helps me, because as you can see he clearly slowed down because of me being behind so far. And that gives me the perfect opportunity to pass him, and before he starts speeding up again, I'm already at the finish. Oh, I've lost again. Take my other medal. I'm off to look for my kids as presents. Don't bother. That has already been taken care of. You may be a bad father, but at least I'm looking out for your kids. Okay, let's grab the second Jiggy. One of the more annoying Jiggies in this game. Because of it requiring a move from another world. But here it is. Jiggy number 8. Cheesed by rubber banding. Even though not in the way I wanted to. But still, it worked. Okay, as you may notice, the moment you've actually gotten the Jiggy from Waza, he no longer ventures outside anymore. And therefore, Banjo-Kazooie, in their normal forms, can actually also enter this cave now. Okay, you were afraid of us, sir, but here we still are. Eek, it's the bear again. Take that noisy orange thing with you and leave poor Waza alone. Okay, the Jinjo was apparently not an invited house guest. He also wants to get rid of him. And we don't mind doing that. We were after him anyway. However, that does not seem to be the only thing on this ledge. There's a giant ice key over there. What the hell? If you thought the closed door in Gobi's Valley was bad enough, this is even worse. Now we can actually see what we're missing. And still no way to open this. In that case, let's pretend it does not exist. And don't think about it. It's a completionist's nightmare, stuff like that. What am I still missing? Oh yeah, the notes, of course, that are at the scarf. Let's go take a... Oh, Kazooie can't walk this. Okay, I've got plenty of health, so I should be able to survive. There we go. The notes on the scarf. Actually, the final thing we need to do. And the final Jinjo is also up there, so that suits nicely. There's one. And there's two. Thank you for healing me fully, sir. Okay, let's climb the scarf normally now. We were on the scarf earlier in order to get Boggy's sled at the beginning of the stage. However, we can also approach it from this side. As you can see, in every single yellow part of the scarf actually has a note. And these should be the final ones. It should be 100 in total. Also filled my red feathers again, so that's also nice. Yeah, there we go. Didn't miss a single one. Okay, and from here we can actually also access the broomstick that the giant snowman is holding. And there is the final Jinjo. Blue Jinjo. And Jiggy number 9. We are nearing completion of Freezeezy Peak. Only one more Jiggy to get, and that one's not that difficult to guess. We need to return to the igloo. Boggy wasn't really able to look out for his kids, so we need to do it in his place. I want that flight pad. Come on. It's the quickest way to get back to the beginning. But anyway, we are in possession of the presents. Let's go give it to them. And I don't have to say what that is going to give us. We're seeing the beginning of the stage in a perspective you've never seen it before. Okay, let's go in. Hey guys. Oh, Boggy also seems to be home. Here's one. Wow, thank you, Brown Bear. Here's 2. Cool, another present. We need just 1 more. Well, there's no problem. Here it is. Yippee! Now we've all got presents. Here's something for you. Ah, there's completion of the world just lying on the table. Thank you. Freezeezy Peak complete. And I need a word with you, sir. I wish those kids would be quiet. Old Boggy needs some sleep. I don't think I need to waste any more words on you. I'm just going to pound you into the ground. That is what you deserve, sir. Luckily, this is just a cartoony video game, because nobody wants to have a parent like that. But anyway, we are done here. Let's slide around the exit pad. And finally leave. Okay, that was another world, and with 20 minutes on the clock, it's perfect to actually stop now. Thank you all for watching. This has been Freezeezy Peak. Next time we'll continue in Gruntilda's lair, looking for World 7. We are finally going to continue. Treecks out. Later, folks. Don't. Hey guys, I got back here quickly because there's actually a Mumbo token that I usually pick up. And I found out I forgot this time around. But here it is. Usually I also pick this one up. And now it's still Treecks out.